State of Ohio versus Michael Jones. We are here for a final hearing on a motion to terminate the defendant's community control sanctions. The defendant previously waived probable cause. As I said, we're here for a final hearing on a motion to terminate, which alleges two separate violations. The defendant is here in court. He's with his attorney, Mr. John Fatika. Mr. Fatika, what's the defendant's intention at this time?
Good morning, Your Honor. I discussed this matter with Mr. Jones. I anticipate that he's going to waive his final hearing, accept responsibility for his misconduct, and resolve the violations today.
Mr. Jones, you've been charged with violating the conditions of your community control sanctions. Specifically, it's alleged you violated two separate rules. The first rule is Rule 8, which prohibits you from using, possessing, or having under your control any controlled substance not prescribed to you by a licensed physician. And it's alleged that you admitted to using alcohol and ecstasy on March 26, 2025. The second violation is a Rule 10 violation, which requires you to submit random urine screens as directed by your probation officer. You're not to alter or tamper with the urine samples. Your refusal to provide a sample is a violation. You're not to have in your possession any device or substance to simulate a urine sample or bring with you a urine sample. And it's alleged that on March 27th you used fake urine in an attempt to pass a urine screen. Now you have the right to have a final hearing regarding these allegations, which is a hearing where the state of Ohio will be required to prove the merits of what they're alleging. You could have this hearing, but you could also waive the hearing if you desire and plead guilty to the violations. And it's still, your attorney is representing, he believes that's what you want to do. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, before I can accept your plea, I need to make sure you understand the potential penalties you face if you're found to have violated your community control sanctions. If, in fact, that did occur, the court could extend your probation up to a total of 5 years. It was originally 2 years, so it could extend another up to possibly 3 years. I could impose more restrictive sanctions against you, which could include local jail time and treatment programs, or I could terminate your probation and send you to prison. If I did that, it could be 9, 12, 18, 24, 30, or 36 months in the lesser included offense of count 1, plus an additional 6 to 12 months on count 2. They could be consecutive, so possibly up to 48 months or 4 years in prison. Do you understand the potential penalties you face if you're found to have violated your community control sanctions?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, having been so advised, what do you want to do at this time? Do you want to have the final hearing, or do you want to waive the hearing and plead guilty to the two violations?
I would like to waive the final hearing and plead guilty, Your Honor.
Very well, that's the allegation that you violated Rule 8 by drinking alcohol and using ecstasy. What is your plea to that?
Guilty.
As the allegation you violated Rule 10 by bringing fake urine with you and attempting to pass that as your own urine sample. What is your plea to that?
Guilty.
All right, the court will accept your pleas of guilty, find that you violated your community control sanctions. Mr. Fatika, any reason not to go forward with sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
Anything you want to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. I consulted with Erin May, our social worker. She's recommended that the court consider inpatient treatment at either Stella Maris, which also has a sober living component, or Ethan Crossing. In my discussions with Mr. Jones, I think he recognizes now that probation has to be a higher priority than he's made it, but he does have a support system. We've submitted several letters on his behalf from family members and friends. He had begun counseling and more counseling.
That was the aftercare, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
From jail treatment program we got out in January?
Yes, Your Honor. And it took him a while to get into more counseling. He had some insurance issues, but he was doing well. Obviously, this in his relapse.
What do you mean he's doing well?
I think he was in that program for 2.5 weeks. The letter that they sent indicates that he was doing well, but he relapsed, which I recognize is contrary to
doing well.
Yeah, to what they're saying. But he does have a support system. Submitted several letters on his behalf. Mr. DeMario has spoken with him at the jail. Would like to speak with the court's permission.
You can ask whoever you want to have speak and speak at this time. Just stand where you are, state your full name, and say whatever you'd like me to know.
Your Honor, Frank DeMario, D-E-M-A-R-I-O, retired federal agent, retired Lee County Narcotics. I've been meeting with the defendant in jail and talking about goals and setting goals. And he's always concerned about his children. He's got young twins that really need him badly. And we really would want him to go to rehab. We could even go the VA route, get him in a VA inpatient program if need be. But just requesting the court would consider letting him go to rehab, since because of insurance problems, he should have started rehab in January.
Well, he was in. He had jail treatment program. He did that.
Yes, he did that, but he had problems with insurance to start his Medicaid program. So, again, everything that I've ever spoken with him, he's been positive about and wanting to stop using any kind of illegal substances, although he did violate probation. He readily admits that. So just take it in consideration, we could get him in a VA program too, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Jones, you have the right to address this court before your sentence. You can say anything you want. Is there anything you want to say at this time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
It's better by stand.
You can do it sit, stand, whatever you're comfortable doing.
Yes, first I would like to apologize to everyone in here. I really let y'all down, like Ms. Crook. I should have trusted her more. I have a support system that's outstanding, and I didn't use it. I feel like I used them, and I like to apologize to my sister and them, because I only called on them once I got in here, like it helped me get out, and not when I could have called them before I used, or called them when I had urges, because I probably wouldn't be in front of you right now. I do have a problem. I thought I had more control of it. Obviously, I don't. As you see, the
When did you realize you had a problem? When you were here for sentencing, you didn't think you had a problem?
No, honestly,
Even though you used ecstasy every day for 2 years leading up to that, and regular use of cocaine, you didn't think you had a problem. You said you don't need jail or substance abuse treatment.
Honestly, I think she just took it wrong as I said it. I said it as if I don't need treatment in jail, because I was trying to get so anxious to get out. I never really said I didn't need help. It's just I thought I had more control or more power over it, and actually I don't. I really have a problem that I need help with. I'm the only man, as you see, there's no man over there. I usually take care of my problems on my own and don't really call on too much help, you know. It's just like, I guess the man in me, whatever, but just when I really need help with, I can't do it alone. I need my kids need me. My kids are failing. My absence is really getting to me and them. I just need to prove everyone that I can't do this. This relapses doesn't define me.
You said relapse. How you were only on probation for
but I was
a couple months.
I was clean the whole time I was out until this moment. I can't make no excuses of people passing, because that's part of life. You know, life hard. Life always gonna be hard. You know, it's just I have a problem and I need help. That's why I'm in front of you. That's the bottom line. I have a drug problem and I need help. None of those other things I can't use, that I won't use as an excuse of why I relapse. I just want to, I have my son graduates, I want to be there, you know. It's like, I done miss birthdays and holidays, but there'll be other ones. Like, I don't think there'll be another day when my son graduates college that I help so hard, you know. That's part of being a father. This is one of my milestones. I appreciate it if I'm allowed to go there, but any treatment I'm taking on, because I need it. I need it. I told someone that the whole situation saved my life. That way I feel like it, because I was headed somewhere that I shouldn't have been going. Like, this put a halt to all the negative I was headed towards. You know what I'm saying? Like, things happen for a reason, you know. And like I'm in front of you, but I'm kind of glad I am because I got the strictest judge, they say, all this, and where I was going, it would have been way worse than any sentence you could give me, I believe. That's what all I have to say. Just put all that in consideration. Just give me another chance to prove everyone that I can, because I'm tired of disappointing people and disappointing myself. I really have things I have to take care of. I lost my car, I can get another one. Versus losing my house, I can find somewhere else to stay, but my sister won't get another me, my mama won't get another me, my kids won't get another me. So other than that, that's what I have to say, because I'm here because of me. I messed up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Teague, anything else you want the court to present? Or you want to present to the court? I'm sorry.
No, thank you, Your Honor.
So this court did review the original pre-sentence report and investigation that was completed. Considered the original drug and alcohol evaluation. Have considered the facts and circumstances of the original offense that brought us here, the nature of that, the defendant's performance on probation, the nature of the violations, which includes bringing fake urine into the jail, into the probation department, and attempting to perpetrate a fraud on the court and probation. I received numerous letters from the defendant over the last week or so, and I've read all of those and taken those into consideration. I've considered what's been said here in this open court by Mr. Fatica and Mr. DeMario, defendant. All this is considered by the court in light of the purposes and principles of felony sentencing set forth in 29-29-11. As for the factors in 29-29-12, I'll incorporate all the findings I made at the time of the original sentencing hearing regarding the seriousness factors and the recidivism factors, with the additional finding today that the defendant has failed to comply with previously imposed sanctions ordered by this court, which is a factor indicating recidivism is more likely. Now here's the problem, Mr. Jones, that you got a huge break to begin with in this case. You were charged with the felony of second degree, which had mandatory prison. And your lawyer at that time resolved this by getting the prosecutor to agree to lower it 1 degree to a felony of third degree, which made it a probationable offense, albeit there was still a presumption for prison, but it became probationable. And despite there being a presumption for prison, I sat here and listened to what you had to say in the letters I received from everybody and gave you a chance. And you lasted 2 months. 2 months before you were trying to bring fake urine into the probation department and before we caught you using. So with the presumption for prison, that means it's presumed that you should go to prison unless I can make special findings to overcome that presumption. How do I do that when you were on probation? You couldn't even last 2 months on probation. How do I do that now? Make a finding to overcome the presumption for prison when you couldn't last 2 months. I mean, that's what I'm struggling with here. How do I avoid sending you to prison here? Because what it also appears is that you alluded to it, your attorneys alluded to it, people alluded to it in letters. You got all this stuff going on. Well, that's all irrelevant if you don't address this drug issue. And it doesn't appear that that's the priority for you. It appears that all these other things, and I get why they're important, you have obligations and houses and work and family. I get it. But you're never going to be able to satisfy those obligations or do what you need to do in regards to those obligations if you're using drugs every day still. And if you don't get this issue addressed, and if that's not your main priority, which doesn't appear that it is, if that's not your main priority, then we're wasting our time. Because you're going to get out at some point. You're not and try to address those issues without having addressed the drug issue. And you're not going to be able to do it. Those issues are going to create stress, like you even said. There's stress in everyday life. And you're not going to have the tools or resources needed to deal with it if this is not your main priority. And you'll be right back here trying to pass fake urine into the probation department because you know that you used, and that's the only way to avoid them catching you. So it seems like we're wasting our time. Are we wasting our time?
No, Your Honor.
I mean, if I give you another chance, it's the last one you're going to get. I can assure you of that. But you need to make it your main priority. You address that issue, get that addressed, and it's going to be I'm not saying you're going to be able to resolve everything in however long you're in, but you need to put your full effort into that and focus on that. And the other stuff you're going to have to deal with afterward. But hopefully then at that point you've got tools that can help you deal with that. It's the only way it's going to work.
That's right.
And it's not going to work by getting the easy way out, the fastest way out. I mean, you had a felony of the second degree, mandatory indefinite prison term that you were charged with. You're still looking at 4 years in prison. That wasn't enough. You couldn't last more than 2 months with that, knowing that. Well, when considering the factors, prison is certainly consistent with the purposes and principles of sentencing. The only question is whether you're amenable to available community control sanctions. And that's a difficult finding to make, but I'll give you one last chance, Mr. Jones. I'll find that you are. And extend your community control sanctions by 4 months for a total of 2 years and 4 months. I'm going to order that you serve, what credit is there, 26 days in the PV?
Yes, Your
I'll
Honor.
do 86 days in jail. You have credit for 26 you've already served. I'm going to order that when a bed becomes available at NeoCap, that you be released from the Lake County Jail. That could be next week. It could be 60 days is more than enough time. The wait's not that long. But as soon as that bed's available, you'll be released from the jail. You are to enter and successfully complete the program at NeoCap. Follow all their aftercare recommendations. Now, when is your son graduating? May 2nd or 3rd, I think you said it is?
May 3rd, Your Honor.
Which is what? Where at OU or OSU?
OU and Athens.
Athens?
Yes, sir.
Is that a Saturday?
I'm not sure the date of the
What day was it? The 2nd you said?
May 3rd, I
May
believe.
3rd. I got it right here. Saturday. Who's going down there?
Basically my whole family, my sisters, my mother, my father, his mother, my other kids.
When are they going down there?
I'm not sure what day they're going.
When's graduation in terms of...
The time, I'm not sure because I haven't.
Well, I will let you be released for that. The only issue is if he's at NeoCap, he can't be, can he?
I know we had just gotten an email last week that the wait for NeoCap is probably closer to 45 days, so I don't think he would be there yet.
Well, I will let you be released for that, but I need information in terms of... Man, I guess if it's in the morning, they're gonna have to go down the night before. I would presume Athens is about what, 4-hour drive or something like that.
3 hours.
Yes. What's your name, ma'am?
Lydia Mayfield,
Okay.
I'm John's sister.
I'm Sue. Oh, you're his sister. Hey.
Yes, and I'll be leaving Friday.
Oh, you're going down.
Yes, I'm going to the graduation of my mom.
And you
my
would
son.
bring Mr. Jones, your brother.
Yes, he can come with us.
And you're
So-
leaving when?
So we're leaving Friday and we're coming back Saturday. Because there's 2 graduations. It's one Friday night and then they're having one Saturday.
You going to both of them? Is the plan?
Yes.
So you'll be leaving earlier Friday.
Pardon me?
I'm sorry. You'll be leaving earlier Friday.
Yeah, I'm taking Friday off because I want to get down there at least by 3 o'clock. My plan is to leave around noon to get down there around 3 o'clock.
And there's something Friday night and then Saturday morning.
Friday night, coming back Saturday.
Well, I will allow you to be released on Friday, May 2nd at 11 a.m. Someone can pick him up, I'm assuming, at that point? And that gives you time then?
Yes, sir.
Returning to the jail by 9 p.m. Sunday should work, I would imagine, right? That lets you leave at 4:30, 5 o'clock?
To leave, to come back to Cleveland?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be back. I can find out exactly what time the graduation is. I think they have two. I'm not for sure the definite one.
Well, give me this information. I'll allow it. I want this specific information. But while we're here, I'm going to make clear, you're going to be tested the next day you come back.
Yes, Your Honor.
If you're positive, you're going to be getting 4 years in prison. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor. You don't have to worry about that, I promise you.
Sorry?
You won't have to worry about that, I promise you. I know you heard that 1,000 times, but no, I'm not.
So, Mr. Fatika, give me information regarding when they're planning on leaving, coming back, and I'll put a separate order, or we'll get the information to the jail so they know they can be released for that.
I understand, Your Honor.
And then, Ms. Crook, I wanted tested that Monday morning,
Yes,
so whatever that would be,
I believe.
May 5th. All right, you're successfully complete NeoCap. Follow their care recommendations. Upon completion of NeoCap, now you're probably not going to have to do this next part, but I put it in place in all NeoCap sentencings. You're to go back to jail for 30 days in the transitional day reporting program. Now again, you're probably not going to have to do that. But what that is it's a program that helps people make the transition from being locked up to being on their own. Many people have nowhere to go. They don't have any housing set up, no work set up. You know, they open the doors and say you're free to go, and they just stand there because they have nowhere to go. But if you have that stuff set up and ready to go, that's stuff you can work on if you need to while you're in NeoCap, I'll vacate those 30 days. You won't have to do them. But it's a nice program for those that need that help, and I put it in place for everybody. The other conditions are then going to be the same conditions that you had before. You're not to use any drugs or alcohol, including no marijuana. Submit random urine screens. They have to be negative. 3 AA meetings a week with a sponsor. Obtain and maintain full-time employment. 1 doctor and dentist and pharmacy. Sign releases. You ever get a mental health evaluation?
Yes.
You did?
With that IOP and more.
That was part of his
That was part of it?
evaluation
All right.
more, yes.
We'll continue with mental health counseling. Take any medications as prescribed. Pay court costs and supervision fees. And the fine. Ms. Crook, is there anything else I should be thinking about here?
Nothing else, Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Jones, you understand all the conditions of your community control sanctions?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
I need to advise if you fail to comply with any of these conditions, any of the rules of probation, if you leave Ohio without permission from this court, or if you commit another new crime while you're on probation, a motion to terminate your community control will be filed. If it's found that you violated, I could extend your probation up to a total of 5 years. I can impose more restrictive sanctions, including local jail time, or I could terminate your probation and send you to prison. If I did that, it'd be 36 months on lesser included offense of count 1, 12 months on count 2 consecutive, so 48 months in prison. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Fatika, anything else for the record?
No, thank you, Your Honor.